I know I'm acting like a lovesick 13-year-old. I get like that. I told you. I go through phases, I think, in life where I get completely boy crazy.
Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell for notification.
It's showtime.
Hello, where the F are you people? I have to talk. Should I put earrings in? Do I look okay?
I'm an attention whore.
I have some friggin' tea for you guys. Oh my god, I have some tea for you. Okay, I'm just gonna wait for a few more people to come in because
I'm an attention whore.
I have a Egyptian guy that I'm talking to now. He's from Egypt, or no, yeah, he's from Egypt, Alexandria, Egypt, and he's a chef. So he's always pushing me to come over and eat.
So this new hottie is an Egyptian from Egypt, who is a chef and is always pushing you to come over and eat. Sounds to me like you found a feeder in your local area.
He loves BBW.
So he is not only a chef, but he also likes BBW, big beautiful women. Sounds to me like you definitely have a feeder on the hook.
That's not the tea. The tea is hot. We need to let the tea cool off. Here's the tea. Just by haphazard chance, I'm not over Nicholas. I know it's messed up. I met him for 15 minutes. I really, really feel like there was something there. It's a gut instinct. I don't usually trust my instincts. So I just haphazardly, like I said, I've been talking to this other guy. He's from Egypt. So I texted him because I'm blocked everywhere. So I texted him like a loser out of desperation. I really just wanted to see what would happen. So I texted Nick and I said, hi. So I went to bed. I woke up today. A text message at 10:42. I know the timestamp. Saying, what did he say?
If I really liked a guy like you like Nicholas, I would be remembering everything he said. Am I wrong, ladies? If I am, please leave a comment down below.
Hi, I'm so sorry. And then at noon, he wrote, how are you? A couple hours later, but I was sleeping. So then I woke up and I said, oh, so stupid me. Remember I was like, oh, if he ever messages me, you guys are like, you better tell him to go fuck himself. Guess what I said? I said, hey, I said, don't be sorry. I'm just glad to hear from you. And hear me out, okay? Because that's how it works. That's how, I love you. That's how Tinder is. You know, you break connections, you start them again and think, maybe if this person, So I'm not mad at him at all. I found out what happened. Um,
Just think how simple it would be to just grab your phone, read the text, or maybe show the text from Nicholas so we know he's for real. How about coming clean with what happened, instead of leaving us hanging? As I've always said, until I see some proof with Nicholas, as far as I'm concerned he's imaginary, nothing more than a trolling tool.
Anyway, let me just get to all right. So I said, can I see you today? Like, can I just see you? And he says, he gets back to me. He said, what are you doing tomorrow? It's always tomorrow with this guy. So I don't even know what's going to happen, but
I think it's a safe bet to say, nothing is going to happen tomorrow with Nicholas.
I said, well, we'll just get together. We'll just talk. I said, I'm very easygoing. I don't want you to be intimidated. And he's like, oh, I said, and then he said, well, to be honest, I deleted my Tinder. I met someone, but I don't know where it's going, dot, dot, dot. So that like stung because I was like, so I said, oh, okay. I said, oh, all right. I guess I said, look, if I'm not your type and it's not something you want to pursue, just let me know. I won't be angry, you know? And he's like, You are my type. Like 100%. I can't stop thinking about you, your softness, how beautiful you looked with your makeup, and you smelled nice.
What a surprise, you couldn't remember what he was saying in the first text, but you got all this stuff down. Sounds like what a narcissistic person like you thinks about themselves.
And I just love your type. And we laughed and had a good time. And I'm just like, wow, he was more talkative than ever. So I was like, okay, well, that's good. I said, so then see me tomorrow. We'll just hang out. We'll have a drink. I said, you're the only guy that can really carry a conversation like that I've met on Tinder. And
What do you mean carry a conversation with on Tinder? You've been doing nothing but chatting guys up supposedly on Tinder, and having long conversations.
honestly, like if I started a regular sex situationship with Nicholas, I would totally delete my Tinder.
Even if you hooked up with your imaginary Nicholas, there's no way you're going to get rid of your Tinder account. You need a backup, just in case imaginary Nicholas cancels on you again.
He did block me. I know, but you have to be forgiving in the first stages, like when you meet people on online dating, because it's very flighty. It's very, 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 very flighty. So I think I'm gonna see what happens. Look, at this point, I'm not invested. Like at this point, I'm expecting him to cancel tomorrow. I just like whatever. Like maybe he'll think, "Oh, I want to be with this girl." He's trying things out. Like, like I can't fault him for that because you're on there to meet people, you don't want just want to stick with one option. But I was so flattered and so happy he said that, and he's still texting me back as we speak. I have to get back to him. So he supposedly I can see him tomorrow. Supposedly I can see him tomorrow. I said, "We'll just get together, we'll have a drink, we'll just talk. We won't." And then he's like, "Oh, I don't want what about to be continued from the car?" So, anyway, I think that's like a dream situation for me. Going over to his place. He has his own place. Do you know how many men don't have their own place? And it's just that's fine. Not shaming you because I don't really have my own place either. But I prefer somebody with their own place because privacy.
If you want privacy and a place of your own, why don't you just tell Pete to move back home with his mom?
So he has his own place. We can he loves to talk and laugh and have fun. And that's I would go over there just for that. I don't even care about his wiener. I haven't seen it. He's probably the only wiener I haven't seen, actually.
Look at you, making your mama proud.
And I just like him so much. Like as a, I don't know, like I don't know him as a person, but what I do know, this fool is using me. Ignore. I'm just really like attracted to him for some reason. I can't help it.
I suppose I would be attracted to some hot imaginary guy, if I had spent the last year with this.
Okay. So the Egyptian guy is very is it like I don't know if it's like all Egyptian men, but he's very fucking pushy, like bossy. Like tells me what to do all the time. Like not tells me what to do, but like yeah, he tells me what like I should like he got mad at me because I didn't want to go over like yesterday. I'm like in bed, I'm tired. Oh yeah, he is Arab, yeah. But he's so fucking hot. He's so hot. Oh my god. And then he sent me a picture of his nude body and I was like,
Snap out of it!
I can't.
so beautiful. Controlling feeder. It's not a feeder.
I'm sure you're going to overlook that being bossy part of him. After all, he did send you a very hot picture of his hot nude body, which seems to be the only thing you are thinking of right now. Whoever posted that feeder comment is definitely not one of your ass-kissing ego-stroking subs.
Well, he always wants to feed me, so maybe. But he wants to feed me good, healthy food. Like he's a cook. His hair is really, oh my god, I don't know. It's nice. I don't know, he's just really cute. Anyways, so this Egyptian guy, he's very, um he's looking for a relationship. He's like, "You're gonna come here and you're not gonna wanna leave for, like, a week." And I was just he's like, he asked me to move in with him. He's like, "I have a big apartment." I'm just like he's like, "You're exactly what I'm looking for."
That should be a warning sign right there, but you won't pay attention to that.
Everything about you, and I'm just like, "You don't even know me." Like, if you think I'm the kind of woman that you can boss around, I'm gonna piss you off a lot. I just ignored him, like, I just he was getting mad, like, "If you don't come over here." He's like, "Come over right now." I'm like, "I need to sleep." He's like, "We'll sleep together." I'm just like,
If you have to think about it, then this is not the guy to spend a day or night with.
"Those are weird signs." I know it's already so toxic, but, like, a part of me can't help it because he's so into me.
This Egyptian feeder has you hook, line, and sinker.
Like, it's flattering.
I'm an attention whore.
Okay, I'm focusing on myself, Grace, I promise. I'm focusing on myself. I feel like I love and sex and feeling good. You know, it's good for your body to get a good sweat on and you know what. So, I mean, that's part of my life now.
Nothing says good for the body like a good sweat, an STD or COVID.
And I really, really hope that a sexual awakening is not reason for people to not like me, not reason for people to unsubscribe from me because I just feel like I understand you guys think, well, still have to have dignity and respect for yourself. And I do. I do have a lot more than now. I'm not going to just meet all these random guys during COVID. That's not the thing. So the thing is Nicholas, for example, he lives alone. So I think people who live alone are allowed to join a household or have like somebody in their life.
I might be wrong, but isn't your area still in a lockdown? And if so, why would you take a chance just to get laid? You really have no regard for anybody else but yourself. Rules never apply to Chantal, just other people.
Um, so same thing with this like Egyptian guy. He lives alone. So really I feel like I have to choose. Do I want to go see like who am I going to see tomorrow? Am I going to see Nicholas? Am I going to see the Egyptian guy? It's not a sexual awakening if you're well, it's having relationships. I want to have relationships.
That comment right there about wanting relationships, meaning many, proves you're nothing more than a hose monster.
I want to have a relationship with Nicholas, but not one that is like I don't need to know what he's doing every day. I don't need to know, you know what I mean? Like not that kind of thing, but stay away from both. I know he blocked me, but so like is that the worst thing? I mean, I don't really care. I don't really care. I understand why he blocked me because you know why? Because I block 10 guys a day. Okay, let me try and explain. Try to have an open mind. Try to see on the other side, okay? I really felt a connection with this guy. I have an instinct that we could have something good. All he needs is to give me a chance. And I think it just looks pathetic to people because normally it's not the woman chasing a man. It's like a big no-no to do that. But at the same time, that's the name of the game. It's like I met him once for 15 minutes. He doesn't owe me anything. Um, he had his reasons to do what he did, like delete all his apps or whatever. People do that all the time. I do that all the time. I'll be talking so nice to a guy and then I just let, nah, I don't want to invest any more energy into this or whatever. Block, you know? So, I mean, maybe he just really isn't sure how he feels, but he's flighty because I feel like maybe he's not totally honest with me, but I feel like he wants to be, like by him coming clean and saying, "Well, I'm seeing somebody." Guys, he's like the only guy that, like I said, can carry a conversation.
All right, I got to tap out here. Let's just move on to the next day.
I'm going through a bad phase right now.
So that's what you call it, a bad phase. How about a self-destructive phase, or abuse your body phase?
Well, actually, I had a lot of fun though, doing what I did, even though I was beezing. And I feel like I'm like, should I tell them or no? Because I feel like a lot of I feel like I've like told you guys so much about my love life and kind of made that the focus of my content because I like talking about it. So I'm just like, should I tell them? Even though it's bad?
I'm an attention whore.
How about I tell them, how about you hang out with us for a bit and then I tell them after?
Alright.
You want to do that?
Alright.
Hey, Pete.
I don't know why you keep thinking that it's gonna bug me.
I just feel weird talking about stuff like that.
You feel weird talking about your sex life in front of Pete's, when you have told us.
Pete had his mouth on my vagina.
You want me to?
Because I used to get all up in there.
Yeah. All right. I did go over to the Egyptian guy's house. So he told me he got recently tested for COVID and he lives by himself. He has like no family here or nothing. So
Did he by chance show you the test results, or you just took his word for it?
I just figure it is Beeson. I do feel bad about that. I'm not going to be meeting any other dudes, just him and maybe Nicholas.
Seeing those two during a lockdown should be okay, because they live by themselves. But they do have jobs, right? So what if one of their co-workers comes in contact COVID and is asymptomatic and then passes it to them? Now you're getting your sweat on with either one of them and catch COVID. Don't you see how dangerous this can be, not just to you but the Pete's?
So this guy is fucking crazy. Like, excuse me. I ended up tiptoeing out of there when he fell asleep. Because at some points I was just like, yeah, I did end the dry spell, Sherwanda. It wasn't just that. It was like, from the minute I get there, I pull up, comes outside, shows me where to park. Or do you want me to wait while I talk about this?
No, go ahead.
Do you want me to tell you like everything that happened or what?
Even if we all said no, we don't want the dirty little details, you're still going to tell the little dirty details because
I'm an attention whore.
Because it's kind of like the Beeson doesn't end. Okay. Don't judge me, please. I'm just fucking... Okay, I know.
until you stop acting a damn fool and doing stupid crazy shit, you're going to be judged. So it doesn't matter if you don't want to be judged. If you don't want to be judged, the simple solution would be to stop putting it on YouTube, but you can't do that because
I'm an attention whore.
I know I could be more responsible. So, I know. All right. Why do you even ask? I want you guys to be like, tell us! No judgment. Okay, thank you guys.
of course, your ass-kissing, ego-stroking subscribers want to know because they live vicariously through you. There is so much to her story, and if we use the whole thing, which I'm sure you've seen on other channels, this video it's gonna get too long, so I'm just going to give you the short version. He meets her at the car, and shows her where to park. She notices that he is a skinny guy, but he is ripped with muscles. After he shuts the apartment door, he kisses her, and she notices that he is such a good kisser. She then tells us that he's Egyptian or Arab, and he doesn't speak very good English, but that doesn't matter, to which Pete's replied.
You weren't there for talking anyway.
He showed her his apartment, and she noticed how he had fixed it up himself, and very organized, and the place is very clean, which she said was the total opposite of how she is. He then asked her why she giggles so much, and she told him, I giggle when I'm happy, I giggle when I'm nervous. She then told us, I can't be with a man that can't handle me giggling and laughing all the time. Then she said something that she probably should not have said on video, that is Muslim but not a practicing Muslim. That may not go over well if there's a large population of practicing Muslims, and a mosque nearby. I will share my thoughts on this at the end of the video. She said he gets mad really easy, and she knows that's a red flag, but he does get mad really easy, like asked why did it take her so long to get there.
So we go in his room. He's got the cleanest fucking room I've ever seen. He's got like a small, like bed like yours, a bit bigger, and then like a big mattress on the ground. So I'm just like, oh, like what? This is gonna be so awkward. There was still light out.
Let me guess, you've never screwed with the lights on. Why am I not surprised?
So to ease the mood, he starts smoking. He lights up this Moroccan hash, and we get totally fucking baked. And then he like I don't want to say this, but you guys are gonna be so. I don't do this on a regular basis. I don't even do it really, but I did it for some reason. I did it, and it's not good to do. And if that changes your perception of me, I apologize. But I did he busted out like a bunch of lines of cocaine.
Boo.
I know.
If you're worried about how people are going to perceive you, you should have just kept your mouth shut, and not said anything. The only reason you told us you smoked some hash, and did a couple lines of coke is because
I'm an attention whore.
Yeah, I told you I beezed hard. All right. So I did that. I had a glass of beer. And I pretty much had no clothes on the whole time, which was so weird. I felt really, really, really comfortable because he knew what kind of body I had and he really knows how to work it. I've never ever, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be, I've never experienced something like that before. But I know I know I never do coke, obviously. I don't, okay, when I used to party hard, when I would party, I would do it. But for me, even though I have an addictive personality, it's not a drug I really like. It's not something, I just thought it would be good, to get, I guess he wanted it to give us both energy to keep going. He's crazy. He did not sleep because what he did was in the morning, this morning early, he wanted me to come over and I'm like, no, I'm fucking tired, so he got all pissed off. He was going to call in work. So he called in sick to work so I could go over and we could sleep. I'm like, well, I need to sleep. He's like, well, sleep here. He's like that kind of person. Well, I need my toothbrush. Well, I have an extra toothbrush. So he's just fucking, oh no, big O. I took the coke early on. So it was really early. Yeah, I'll get to it. Hold on. So he from the time we got in the bedroom, no clothes, just constant touching me and wouldn't leave me alone. I'm just I fucking need a break. It was constant. And he didn't sleep. So he didn't sleep from all day and night. He went to work. He ended up going to work. Then, I think I did maybe 4 or 5 lines.
Really, you did 5 lines of coke? I find that hard to believe. Then again, this is your story. Did you ever think what might happen with the health conditions that you have, the fatty liver, the enlarged spleen, the blood clots in your lungs and any other numerous things you're going through, plus you're on numerous medications? This is beyond reckless behavior, this is totally destructive behavior, and you're sharing it on YouTube for the whole world to see, and remember in that world is your family, and I'm pretty sure they watch your videos.
And I know it's hard to say that because I know you guys, I'm not usually like that. Or maybe I am and you just don't know me. I don't know. I can get pretty beezing and wild. I don't know.
You are almost 40 years old and you still are beezing and getting wild. For me, guys, that right there tells me that she truly doesn't give a shit about herself, and then she wonders why she's lost subs, and why people make comments about not caring anymore with what happens to her.
So he has a pillow on his bed, okay? This is the funny part. And my head's rubbing on the pillow. So when I get up, all of his fucking pillowcase was black from my... Ow! 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 Oh. Oh. I was so embarrassed. And it was light out. I'm not destroying my health. Jesus. Like, sex is good for your health.
I don't think they're talking about sex. I'm pretty sure they're talking about the hash, 5 lines of coke and a glass of beer. Seems to me they're more concerned for your health than you are. I would really be interested in hearing what your doctor thinks about all this. I wonder if she would be as open-minded to it as you are.
He's kind of really rough. Like, he was rough at one point. But because I'm on blood thinners, I mark up really, really easy. So my breasts are like full of marks.
We are very close to the end of the video, and this is the point where I want to stop, and I want to talk about this bruising she says she has. I have a friend that is on blood thinners, and anytime she bumps into something hard, or gets pinched or squeezed real hard, she bruises. But when she bruises, it's like a single bruise at the point of contact, and it's dark red and sometimes purplish. Which looks nothing like what Chantal is showing us. To me, and this is just my opinion, could she have done this to herself? And what I mean by herself is, she had smoked some hash, did 5 lines of cocaine, and drank a beer. He said she didn't stay long, she left while he was sleeping. Could she have still been slightly impaired while driving home, and had a situation where she either had to stop suddenly hard or hit something that forced her chest into her steering wheel? We have seen many times while she drives that she does not wear her seatbelt properly, because it always rides up high on her chest and neck. Like I said, it's just an opinion, and it's up to you guys to decide whether or not you believe any of what she says she's done. Now I want to address the part where she said that he is a Muslim, but a non-practicing Muslim. According to Islam, there is no such thing as a non-practicing Muslim. To Islam, a non-practicing Muslim is not a Muslim. Now some people may be wondering, why am I even addressing this? It shouldn't be an issue. Yes, it should be an issue, especially for Chantal. She is so excited about having sexual contact, she's not thinking clearly, and I fear for her that this type of relationship with this type of individual will become a problem sooner or later. In Islam, men are at the top of the food chain, and women are subservient. They are not considered equal to men. She says he is a rough lover, but now he's going to be gentle. If at any point in time during this relationship, Chantal feels he's being too rough, or heaven forbid accuses him of rape, she'll have no leg to stand on. I guarantee you he will all of a sudden become a practicing Muslim, and he will want to be judged under Sharia law, in a Sharia court, which is allowed in Ontario and throughout Canada. Should something like this happen, Chantal may have no recourse. Here is a small example of how Sharia law looks at women. I got this from billionbibles.org, and I will put a link in the description, and I encourage you to read and click all the clickable links. Very interesting information. Am I saying that this guy will do this to her? No. Is it possible? Yes, anything is possible. I just wish Chantal would stop thinking with her pussy, and try using her brain for once, and maybe do a little research on the cultural differences, especially when it involves men from other countries. So there you have it. I apologize for this reaction being very lengthy, but I had to get my thoughts out to you guys. With that said, I will leave you with this oldie but goodie.
Grub time.
Thank you all for watching our video. Please like and share this video. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell to get notifications of new videos. Take care, and we will see you all in the next video.
Let